Hey y'all, welcome to Margu Wiggin. I'm Sandy. Today I will be reviewing Henry Margu's Riley in the shade 10-613 GR. Riley by Henry Margu in the shade 10-613 GR. This was one of Henry Margu's new releases in winter 2022. Last week I showed you Devon, that short bob style cut. That was part of the collection. This week, Riley is more up my alley, y'all. This is a mid-length style with those choppy beach waves that we've seen trending the last couple of years with curtain style bangs on a center mono. Now I urge you, if a center mono is not your preference, not to pass by on this style because of it, because you can absolutely move this part off center if you choose to. There is a wide center mono on this wig, and you have that extended lace front that I'm going to show you later in the video how you can achieve that part off center if that is your preference. But first let's talk about the style. Now, as I said, this is a mid-length style. It's overall about 16 inches long and has a 10-inch curtain style bang. Now, I have a 7-inch face, and you can see it's very generous past my chin, and then I have a 4.5-inch neck, which will allow you to see where the wig will fall on your measurements. But because it is a 10-inch bang, it doesn't really appear as a bang. It just seems to be part of the layering of this style. It is smooth at the crown, and then you see that beach wave kind of start mid-length of the style, and then it goes all the way throughout the style. Now you may have just a couple of layers here on the sides and at the back, but there's not a whole lot of layering to this style. So let's take a look at it on all sides. Riley does have permatease. It is at the mono part. It also is on the sides, at the back, and the nape. It is not that thick, pillowy permatease, but there is a moderate amount of permatease on this style. Now the permatease serves a couple of purposes. One, it hiding those open wefts. Secondly, it gives that body, that shape of the wig, gives it that form, and gives you lift at the crown area. Sometimes if you don't have permatease at the crown area, it will appear very flat at the crown. Now some prefer that, and that's fine, but if you don't and you feel like you want a little bit of lift at the crown and at the sides, then permatease is a good option because it does, you don't feel like you have to take your hands and just constantly move your hands up at the crown area to get that lift. It's just naturally there, it's built in. And then, sometimes we may notice with permatease that at the end of the day, you just feel like, whoo, the wig is just like poofed out on the sides. I did wear this wig out the other day just because I was curious how it was going to react, and I did not have that at the end of the day. I still had the shape to the style, but I did not have that whoop feeling that you get with permatease sometimes. So it's just enough to give this style shape and form. Now I also want to let you know that this is a synthetic fiber. This is not a heat-friendly fiber, so you cannot use heat on it in any way, but you can use a hot air brush or a blow dryer on low, and I'm going to show you later in the video on how I do that to achieve the contour at the lace. But you cannot use any heat tools on this style because it will damage the fibers. But it being a synthetic fiber, it has a longer lifespan on a wig, especially this time of year when you are wearing coats, you're wearing high neck sweaters, and you have your fibers rubbing up against your clothing. A synthetic fiber is going to last you longer than a heat-friendly style will. So if you're looking for a beach style wave in a synthetic fiber, then Riley, I believe, is a good choice. It is a moderate density, so it's not a real low density wig, but it is enough that it gives you a little bit of hair that you feel like you can cover up those wefts, but it's not a really heavy dense piece. So let's talk about the synthetic fibers. They are a workhorse, y'all. They have this fine feathery type of fiber on this style, which sometimes you'll see these little hairs that stick up around the crown or on the sides, but that just adds to the natural look of the style. With bio hair, you're going to find that it does not look perfect. You have some hair sticking up to the side and up around your hairline. That's the way natural hair reacts. So if you have that look on a wig style, I feel like it just adds to the natural look of the style. The lace front on this style is amazing, y'all. I mean, that Henry Margu lace front is just so natural looking, and they take that lightest shade of on this 10-6-13 GR, and they put it at the front of the lace so it takes away from that medium root. So it is really nicely done. It's not a banding that you see on the lace front. It's just really nicely distributed on that lace front. I really do like this lace front, y'all. And then it extends from the ear tab. It's like to the mid part of that ear tab, so you can pull it off to the sides. If you want to pin your wig off to the side, you can do that because you have that natural look of that ear tab, and you can see that it comes all the way past my ear. It's not way back here at the ear, it's laying right on my temple. So that tells you that this cap is generous in its size. If you are 22.5 or larger, you could get your head in this. If you're smaller, a petite average, you can wear this as well, but you will have to cinch those Velcro adjusters in the back to adjust it to your circumference, but you absolutely could get a 22.5 or larger in this cap because it is generous in the cap style and has a lot of stretch as well. So let's talk about this shade. Y'all, this is 10-6-13 GR. Now, if you know anything about Henry Margu, then you'll know this is one of their most popular blonde shades that they have. Every time it comes out on a new style, it sells out quickly. And if I'm not mistaken, it's already on the wait list for Riley. I've never had the opportunity to get 10-6-13 GR, so I was so excited when the Beauty Nook sent me the shade because I've wanted to try it for a long time, and it's worth all the hype, y'all. It's just as beautiful as everyone has expressed. It is this medium ash blonde that's heavily highlighted with a light platinum blonde that's just bright. It's got a little bit of dimension. It's not a real dimensional shade, but it is just bright, and it has a neutral to cool tone. It's just a beautiful shade. It looks very natural. And then it has that medium root, that brown root that is described as a gradient root. That's what that GR means on Henry Margu. Each wig brand describes their roots differently. They describe it as GR, which means it just gradually gets lighter as it goes into the body of the style. And you can see that just makes it look even more natural because it just looks like you've had a couple weeks growth out of your roots, and it's just gradually growing out. So that's what that GR means. Okay, so what we're going to do now is I'm going to take the wig off and I'm going to show you the cap construction, and then we'll come back and I'm going to show you how I take this parting off the center and how I styled it when I got it right out of the box. Riley is a center monofilament top with the widest part of the lace at the opening, and then it narrows as it goes to the crown area. So here's the area where you can part it off center if you desire. It also has Permatease here in the crown area. The lace front extends into the ear tabs and is sewn midway into the ear tab that's covered with felt and has metal stays. Riley is an open wefted cap with an extended nape and Velcro strap adjusters. So this is the way that I'll choose to wear my Riley. And I'm going to show you exactly how I achieve this look. It's really simple to do. It doesn't take a whole lot of effort, and just use a couple of things to achieve it. The first thing I'll do is, once I put the wig on, is turn my head upside down and then just move the fibers in circular motions at the crown area, on the sides, at the nape. And that's just moving it away from that Permatease and the cap. Then flip my head right side up, and I've got that va va voom look that I love. It's not going to stay that way all day, y'all. It will fall down, unfortunately. But you're still going to have a little bit of that oomph because you've activated that Permatease. But to get that textured look, there's a couple things that you can do. The first thing I will do is mist it with some water in a spray bottle. And then take your hands and then just give it a good scrunch. Now, it's not going to create that textured look. What it's doing is it's activating those waves. If you have stored your wig in a box for a while, or you've worn it during the day and you just want to reactivate those waves, then just spray it with some water and that'll help. But in order to create that textured look, you may have to use a product, and the product of choice for me, y'all, is Wig Wax by Tress Tech, and this is manufactured by Tressalure. I don't know if it's going to come into focus or not, but mine's almost gone, and I love this stuff, y'all. And that's how I create the contour and the texture. So to get the texture and the waves, all you have to do is just spray it on the sides about 10 inches away, and then just do like you did with the water and just give it a good scrunch. And that will give it that messy, texturized look. Now, to create that contour, the first thing you're going to do is just put the part in the direction that you want it to go, over to the left or to the right. If you want to overextend it, like I have, you've got that lace front in order to do it. And then once you've got it in the position that you want it, then take your wig wax, spray it at the hairline, at the lace front, hold it there, take your blow dryer on low, move it in a quick motion back and forth just for a few seconds. Hold your hand over it just to kind of block that heat just a little bit. And then you've created that contour. And believe me, this works, y'all. It'll stay like that all day long just with the blow dryer on low and using this product. Now you can move it over to the other side just very easily. Even with that wig wax in it, it's gonna move it over to the opposite direction on that lace front. Now you're not gonna see the center mono, that lace part, by wearing it this way, but because you have the generous lace front, you can definitely overextend the part and wear it this way if you choose. So if you love Riley and you'd like to purchase this wig, then head on over to the Beauty Nook. You can find them on the App Store. Once you've downloaded that app, you can search Riley, and there's a lot of other name brand wigs on there as well that you can choose from. And make sure that you join their live wig sales every Friday night, located on that app at 8 p.m. Eastern. Sometimes they will feature their brand new human hair line, being naturals, as well as brand new wig styles from wig brands, clearance items, mystery sales. We never know what to expect on those live wig sales at 8 o'clock on the app. Also, make sure that you head on over to Facebook and join their Beauty Nook Wig Support Group, as well as their human hair group, Being Naturals Human Hair Support Group. You can also find them on Instagram at the Beauty Nook Look and on TikTok. If you're looking for me, I'll put all the links in the description box below. If this is your first purchase and you would like to purchase Henry Margu for the first time, you can use my code IBWiggin35 to save you 35% off of that purchase. And before you go, please give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. That way you never miss any of my wig related content. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you again next time. Bye.